Today we're going to talk about the connections between Temenos and Ripple. Of direction, XRP is included in that. Let's cross beforehand and get into it. It's going to be a longer video, guys, but I would given all of the connections right here. It's going to be a, in reality, accurate video, so allow us to get through this. So Stephanie Starr put this out. Temenos has been a partner of Ripple because 2016, Temenos has partnered with Capital Bank Group, which includes several large banks like Capital Bank, Jordan Bank, Horde, NBI Saudi Arabia, etc. Temenos is partnered with National Bank of Iraq, and now they are stay as a ways as 425 2024. NBI additionally adopted Temenos bills. This enabled the bank to manage more than 100,000 transactions of incoming and outgoing domestic international payments within the first 15 days of operation, with a 99% directly through processing charge. That is quite appropriate. The implementation became entire in much less than 12 hours. Very, very exciting what befell much less than 12 hours in the past. The IQD changed into paired with XRP as of July 4th, 2023. This falls consistent with the improvements Iraq has made to guide its electronic payment initiative. Last 12 months, when they were partnered with Starlink for net services as of 3/2023, they brought close to 2,000 additional ATM and 1,000 greater scheduled this 12 months. But business is now mounted with the POS terminals, point-of-sale terminals that use QR codes. The banking and finance enterprise now makes up to 25% in their GDP, which is a massive improve, right? This just suggests you connecting to on-the-spot payments through Temenos through Ripple is permitting those guys to grow their monetary GDP. That's super.
The PM of Iraq visited Washington, D.C. on April 15th through 17th to speak about monetary reforms and modernization purposes for the rich Iraq.
While in D.C., he gave an interview where he turned into requested if government changed into taking into account revaluing the dinar, his reaction to the banking reforms will raise the fee of the dinar, the IQD, XRP, IRAC, and the GCR. It's genuinely great to see, right? IRAC, XRP pair with IRAC, dinar triggers speculations of XRP rising in prominence. And then of direction, the Ripple impact, the effect of banking with Ripple ads. I'm not going to examine through all that. It puts you to sleep. Let's cross ahead and test this live. Demonstration of the internet of price with Temenos and, of course, Ripple and XRP. All proper. Hi, everyone. So what I love to do is permits have a display of hands of absolutely everyone who's heard of the blockchain. Okay, pretty much all and sundry. How many people right here have honestly seen something occur on the blockchain? Barely everybody. So like I said, I equate blockchain to high school intercourse. Everybody says they are doing it. Everybody thinks everyone else is doing it, but no person's doing whatever. So what we're going to do here these days is homeboy ought to have went to my excessive college. People have been doing all types of crazy shit. Show you ways the blockchain works in an actual transaction with the T24. So what you see here is the present-day legacy systems that banks are used to on the subject of global payments. Multiple hops, correspondent banks in between, glide money owed, held anywhere. The problem with that, it is a legacy system that used to paintings whilst transactions was high greenback amount, but low volume. But the arena's modified now due to remittance, small to medium business enterprise, B2 billion commercial enterprise. You need low dollar amounts, however excessive extent of transactions. So this machine does not work anymore. And additionally, it's fairly elaborate. It's pricing 10 to 15% of transactions, fantastically error inclined, 14% of wires get misdone, and extraordinarily slow. Now, not only for the consumer, however, for you banks at the back end, 3 days to 2 weeks for settlement. I'm waiting 2 weeks for a Hong Kong cord nevertheless to show up, damn. So we are getting awareness on what the blockchain can deliver. So what we have, here's a bank at one stop connecting to the T24. Then the Bluezell generation is going on to the T24 so that it will talk to the Ripple network. That is a Ripple protocol blockchain and ship cash remote places. And ship cash remote places. So you pay attention to the relationship, Temenos, Ripple, XRP of path. And of course, we've got a touch bit extra here. Ripple associate, Temenos discussing the partnership with Microsoft and effects of the benchmark checking out in which 150,000 TPS have been reached in a cloud surroundings. Mind blown, let's play it. Send the phrase benchmark. And you have introduced a brand new benchmark with Temenos, MongoDB, Microsoft. So are you able to tell us a little bit greater about this? I'll come to you first, Tony, and additionally, why is it right for your customers? Absolutely, I suggest actually, without a doubt, excited to announce those benchmark consequences. So that is a much more broader mix than we've performed before. But even what we have been just announcing about this idea of BAS, it turned into a mixture of retail and embedded finance, taking us to a frankly magnificent 150,080 CPS. That's extensively greater than we did Ultimate YAR, which is 100K. But now, not most effective, that no longer handiest the sheer scalability, but the performance of the platform. So that is where we speak approximately the sustainability. In the cloud, as opposed to Sting as the ultra cloud. So now, not simplest is it displaying that we are able to scale to those volumes, but even at decrease ends that we are doing so in a sincerely efficient manner. And that is why these results are relevant for each person. Back to the concept of absolutely everyone's banking platform. 150,000 transactions per second is a monster device. I says this injector pillar boom. David wrote Temenos T24, Ripple XRP may be used. Temenos is the leader. Let me play. Do you watch? You will be a part of an EMA consolidation phase. And will you be offered out? I'd be very surprised. Temenos is the chief in our industry. What's interesting is consolidation has a tendency to appear in an enterprise as it wakes up. Banks have been asleep largely for most of the closing 30 years, and they may be now waking as much as the want to be virtual. Temenos is leading the percent. We're by way of a ways the world's #1 middle banking dealer. We promote extra systems than all people else in the global. Temenos is one of the global's leading vendors for banks. All right, you've got Finastra, you've got Volanti proper. Now you have Temenos. These are all connected to billions of accounts globally, right? Saying that Ripple and XRP can't be used globally is just misinformation, right? It is hooked up to nearly every bank account through these additional partners. The likes might need to buy you. I mean, have you ever had any gives from the big banks? I'm no longer in particular one, however, we're no longer the software program organizations don't have a tendency to get bought by means of banks. Software has a tendency to be a winner-takes-all recreation. If you look in appearance in history of software, people like Microsoft, SAP, Oracle have a tendency to dominate their industry. They have scale, they industrialize, they productize, they promote the identical software again and again and again, and they have a tendency to guide an enterprise. So our view is we're going to continue to be a category killer as we're nowadays and create a totally very tremendous software business enterprise independently. Will you buy anybody? We preserve searching. We do. We purchase every now and then small. How a lot cash do you have to spend? We're a public business enterprise, over $10 billion of market cap. We have access to debt funds, but first and primary, we're a generation corporation. We like to build things well. Our first choice could be to construct software program well with our relationship clients that works. Occasionally, we can take shortcuts on such things as moving into a new geography. Something it truly is transferring extremely speedy, like analytics, for example, but mainly it is natural and it's labored to this point. It has made us the chief thus far. So I suggest is size important. How huge do you want to be in 2 years? We're clearly huge enough. We're actually large enough now to be the chief. Don't forget about what we are providing to a bank is the most critical selection they will ever make. It's the first time ever they will take out the spaghetti and they may put in a package deal. It's all approximately trust. The reality that every 2 days somewhere within the global goes live somewhere in our package makes a big distinction. So we are, as that in English saying, take the spaghetti out of the package deal. Wait, I is the most essential decision they may ever make. First time ever, they will take out the spaghetti and they'll put in a bundle. It's all approximately agree with. The reality that every day someplace within the global goes stay someplace in our package makes a massive difference. So we're large sufficient now to be leading the enterprise. It receives less difficult from here on in the challenges emerge as how to help the enterprise definitely remodel spaghettis as wires, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure you also understood that David, all proper, we're getting to know something. This is a laugh. Cool. Awesome. Hey, man, please leave a like, hit the thumbs up. It facilitates me develop. That's my Christmas present from you to me. I recognize you. I love you. Visa Direct further expands with Temenos New and Ripple payments below settles through Visa Direct. So we realize what number of connections Visa has to Ripple and XRP guys at currency